What if I told you that the key to earning true respect doesn't come from what you achieve or how much you know, but from how you make others feel? What if I told you that respect is earned by how you show up in every interaction, and that psychology holds the secret to unlocking this power? Imagine if you could use simple, proven psychological principles to instantly elevate the way people perceive you. What if you could make others naturally respect you without needing to prove yourself or fight for their attention? Stick with me, because today I'm going to share with you 5 powerful psychology secrets that will change how people treat you and set you on the path to earning the respect you truly deserve. Get ready to transform your relationships and the way the world sees you. What if I told you that the real reason you're not where you want to be is not because of lack of effort, time, or resources, but because you haven't raised your standards? What if I told you that the quality of your life directly correlates with the quality of your standards? Most people think that goals and hard work are the main drivers of success, but what if I told you that it's your standards that determine how far you'll go, how much you'll achieve, and ultimately how you show up in every aspect of life? Imagine this: you're working hard, putting in the hours, but you're still not seeing the results you want. You wonder, what's missing? What if the missing ingredient is that you've been accepting less than what you deserve? If you're willing to settle for mediocrity, mediocrity is exactly what you'll get. Raising your standards isn't about demanding more from others. It's about demanding more from yourself. It's about no longer tolerating behaviors or situations that don't align with the person you're capable of becoming. What if today you made a decision to no longer settle for less than the best in your life? What if you demanded excellence from yourself, your relationships, your work, and your health? Raising your standards means you stop making excuses, stop tolerating the things that drag you down, and stop letting the world dictate what you're capable of. When you raise your standards, you raise your life, and the results will follow. What if today you decided to commit to being the best version of yourself and never accept anything less? You would be amazed at how quickly everything in your life would begin to change. What if I told you that the biggest barrier to your success isn't your circumstances or your resources, but the lack of self-respect? What if I told you that the moment you raise your standards and start respecting yourself more, everything in your life will begin to shift? Most people go through life tolerating less than they deserve. They accept toxic relationships, mediocre jobs, and subpar experiences simply because they haven't yet developed the belief that they deserve better. What if I told you that self-respect is the foundation of every success you will ever experience? Imagine this: you're stuck in a rut, feeling unfulfilled and frustrated. But what if the missing key is that you haven't fully respected your own potential? Self-respect isn't just about liking yourself. It's about demanding excellence from yourself. The more you respect who you are and what you stand for, the more you'll demand the same level of respect from others. When you believe you are worthy of the best, you start making choices that align with that belief. You stop tolerating mediocrity, and you start expecting the best in every situation. What if today you decided to demand more from yourself? What if you stopped allowing toxic environments, negative people, or unhealthy habits to influence you? When you start respecting yourself, the world around you will reflect that respect. People will treat you the way you treat yourself, and opportunities will start to appear because you will no longer accept less. What if today you made the conscious decision to respect yourself enough to raise your standards? The moment you do, you will transform your life in ways you never thought possible. What if I told you that the secret to creating the life you want doesn't lie in luck, chance, or external circumstances? It lies in changing your identity. What if I told you that the way you see yourself is the single most powerful force shaping your success? The truth is, most people operate on autopilot, stuck in old patterns, thinking they're the same person they were years ago. But what if I told you that the moment you decide to change the way you see yourself, everything else will follow? Imagine this: you've set a goal. Maybe it's to lose weight, grow your business, or improve your relationships. But what if the reason you haven't achieved it yet is because you haven't fully embraced the identity of someone who's capable of those things? If you keep seeing yourself as someone who is incapable of success, or someone who always struggles, then that's exactly what you'll create. Your identity drives your actions, and your actions shape your reality. The moment you decide that you are a successful person, a disciplined person, or a loving person, you start taking actions that align with that new identity. What if today you started seeing yourself as the person you want to become? Instead of waiting for success to prove you're capable, step into that identity right now. The more you see yourself as someone who is disciplined, successful, or confident, the more you will naturally make choices that align with that identity. Your identity is the foundation of everything you create, and the moment you upgrade it, you upgrade your life. What if today you decided to stop living as the person you were and start stepping into the person you're meant to be? The transformation would be incredible. What if I told you that the key to creating lasting success and fulfillment isn't about striving for more, but about being consistent with the actions that matter most? What if I told you that success doesn't come from occasional bursts of effort, but from the habits and routines you commit to every single day? We've all been there, pushing hard toward a goal, burning out, and then struggling to keep up. But what if I told you that real success comes from creating a daily pattern of actions that align with your vision, no matter how small they seem? Imagine this. You're working toward a big goal, but every day you feel overwhelmed. What if I told you that the secret isn't to tackle everything at once, but to break it down into simple, repeatable actions that you can consistently do, day in and day out? It's the small, seemingly insignificant actions that, when done consistently, lead to massive results. The real difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not in the big gestures, but in the routine actions that compound over time. What if I told you that success isn't about working harder or longer, it's about working smarter and with consistency? The most successful people in the world don't